Welcome, Sagittarius. This is your weekly Taroscope reading for November the 30th through to December the 6th, 2015. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you for your likes, your shares, for subscribing, for showing up every day and giving me all the support that you do. Thank you so much. Now let's get to you. Let's get to the cards. I think for, especially if you watch the astrology, um, Sagittarius could be feeling a little tense because the Sun and Saturn are in a very, very close conjunction in your sign. So, and the cards really speak to it this week. So, we start with justice, okay? And justice demands harmony, balance, okay? So, these are the things that you really need to focus on this week. Okay, bringing in fairness in your life, bringing in balance in your life, focusing on what needs to be done, what needs to be taken care of, so that you can feel the harmony, so that you can feel the balance going forward. Now we have the Page of Swords. Okay, so you know what? You're going to feel like knee-jerking some reactions here. And I implore you not to knee-jerk any reaction. In fact, she sits right next to the Empress, and the Empress will put her in her place. But you need to really watch when this card, especially where she sits, okay, that your first instinct is flight, or it is, it's just a knee-jerk reaction. It's saying what you think before you think it through, putting yourself into a situation where you think in hindsight that really wasn't the best thing to do. And of course, hindsight's 20/20, right? So you really just need to think things through. You have to watch with the Page of Swords, okay? Because I mean, she is a very young energy, okay? And sometimes she just wants to do something to get a reaction, to get the ball rolling, to start moving forward in some way, to get unstuck, okay? And so unfortunately, because she is a young energy, she doesn't think things through. And the reaction that she gets may not be the reaction that she was hoping for. So we really need to lean on the Empress and her energy. Now, this is new beginnings. This is fertility. This is new starts, but it is also the diplomat. It is thinking things through. Okay, the Empress. Now, the Empress is one where all the kings and queens from all of the kingdoms come together. So you have to imagine your life almost as all the kingdoms. And one kingdom is love, another is work, finances, stature in the community, balance within relationships, your health, your well-being, and it all has to be taken into consideration before you make any plan to go forward. Any words said. You don't want to be your own worst enemy this week by just knee-jerking a situation and then ending up in the boiling water. You want to think it through. You want to take in all the information, as the Empress does with the king and queens. She takes in all the information of what they need in their kingdom, of where they are prospering, and then she thinks about it. She strategizes. She demands clarity in the situations, and then she makes a decision. Then she moves forward. And since she is the Empress, she is the new beginnings, the new start. So if you take your time, you don't just try to rush through a situation in order to complete it or leave it in the past, the flight kind of feeling of let's just be done with that so we can move on. No, something probably is going to demand your attention. Probably more than one thing is going to demand your attention. It doesn't mean that it's going to be a very negative week. It could be a very positive week for you, so long as you use the energy correctly. So long as that you take the situation in hand and you really think it through and you understand what action, what words is going to bring the best outcome in your life going forward. We have the Hangman, which is definitely about taking the time out to think things through. Okay, this is the pause card. This is thinking of how we can maintain a balance in our life, that we can have the appropriate action. And I notice the water right now around us, so it is high emotion. So somebody's going to say something, and it's going to actually entice probably a knee-jerk reaction in your words, in what you do going forward, and you really need to stay strong. You really need to be justice. You really need to be the Empress, and really think it through on what is the right thing to say, what is the right action to do. So pull yourself out of the situation as much as possible so that you can think it through reasonably, logically, and come up with the best avenue going forward. And don't disregard your spirit guides and angels and God in this process, okay? Through meditation, through prayer, you could get those aha moments of how to make everything right and true, how to have the best reaction so that you have the best outcome going forward. We have the Six of Pentacles. So this could be where you have done something in the past that hasn't been noticed, or you didn't feel it was noticed. It was noticed actually, but you didn't feel it. You didn't get the appreciation, or you didn't get the financial payout that you were expecting because of the work or the energy that you put into something, the gesture that you did for somebody else. Maybe it was at work and you worked on a project, and really there wasn't anything really said about your what you brought to the table, but it was recognized. And this is where it comes back to where you are appreciated. This is where the promotions come up. This is where somebody leans on you for help because they saw what you did before. This is where you get the financial payout that has been coming to you all this time. We have the Five of Swords. You can approach situations with people with an anger, a lashing out, or harmony. It's your decision. Okay, now there are going to be negative people in your life this week, and they are going to be throwing swords and daggers your way. And you need to back it up and understand how you can take that situation and move it into a way of harmony. We have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is planning each step forward very methodically, very thought out, very planned. And I know that a Sagittarian likes to jump into the adventure, not worry about the fine details that make up the big picture. And this week, you need to. You need to plan out each step. Now look at, look at the knight sitting on that horse. He really doesn't look like he's concerned. He's not looking over his shoulder. I don't even see a weapon on him. So it is the thought out, methodical plan that is going to give you the most peace of mind and the most positive direction forward. So really back it up, look at your priorities, look what you need to deal with, really think it through, gather what information you need before you put a plan in action, and you will be successful going forward. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.